Hello guys, this is Harsh Gandhi. Welcome to the channel. Today's video is about Microsoft Forms, usage of Microsoft Forms, who can use this, what is the output of this forms, and how it can be used for analysis. So to start with, I would like to touch base upon one topic, customer feedback. That is customer feedback. Customer feedback has been very important, or it has become very important over the years, be it be it any sector, uh, right from if you are in sales function, if you are in marketing, if you are in finance, if you are in tax, direct tax, indirect tax. There is a separate customer relationship management team sitting in many companies, and it is also a part of business excellence. So I would not talk about business excellence as of now. Those who are working in corporate, those who are working in consulting companies or service oriented companies, they are aware about business excellence. To conclude, customer feedback is very important nowadays. Hence, so the getting the data from the customer, getting the response from the customer is becoming very crucial these days, and getting the data on time or getting the response on time, that is the entire crux. Companies are more focused on understanding what does the customer want, what are the demands of the customer, what are the needs of the customer. So customer response is very important. Okay, getting response is very much crucial and important. One of the ways through which we can get customer response, and in a very effective way, is Microsoft Forms. So I would like to start with the usage of Microsoft Forms, who can create, how he can create the forms. So this is a home page of Microsoft Forms. So to start with, I would like to just inform you one thing. To create a form, it is necessary to have a O365, that is Office 365 license. That is mandatory for creating a Microsoft form. Once this form is shared with somebody, that person did not have a license. So only the person who is creating this form need to be a need to be an O365 Office 365 user. He needs to have a license. Okay, so this is the home page of Microsoft Forms. As you can see it over here, there are three options available over here. My Forms. My Forms shows creation of new form and creation of new quiz. Today we would like to concentrate on creation of new forms. Second, the second option over here shows forms which are shared with me. So if I am the customer, and if somebody has given me services, and if that particular person or that particular trainer or that particular salesperson or marketing person or maybe finance person, okay, needs to have my feedback or needs to know my response on it, he will share his forms. So he will share the Microsoft form. So that will be visible over here and shared with me. And group forms is nothing but forms which are created on your Teams group, Microsoft Teams group. That would be displayed over here as group in group forms option. So this is the home screen of Microsoft Forms. As you can see, there is a small recycle bin as well. which is very creative to give a recycle bin in an application. So accidentally if you delete a form, okay, there is an option of deleting the form. So accidentally if you delete the form, okay, you have done so much efforts and you have invested so much, and accidentally if you delete it, so that is, you can recover it from here. So obviously that is a plus point. So let us start with creation of a new form. Okay, so once you click on creation of new form, okay, you need to give a title to it. For example, let's say, okay, we will give a title of response of mm, training session conducted on today is 30th June, I would say conducted on 24th of June 2020, and the description. Here you need to just describe, request you all to fill in the responses mentioned below. You can write all your informative stuff, for example, all questions are mandatory, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, so this is the entire title and the description. Now we'll start with the questions based on the topic, okay, which I have mentioned as my title. Microsoft Forms has detected, or they have found out basically that I am requesting my participants to fill in this form. I'm requesting my participants to fill in this form with respect to training session. So obviously, whatever details are required over here, whatever details are generally required for a training session, like first name, last name, organization, email address, and details like how satisfied you were with the event, please rate, how friendly was the staff, how likely are you to recommend. So obviously, Microsoft has built that type of intelligence. So this is very, I mean, this type of intelligence is really helpful, but I would suggest, okay, let's not maybe, okay, we can cover this in next video. Let us create a form right from scratch. So the first option which I have selected is giving choices to my participants. So first question I would write it as how did you like the topic of the training session. So this is my first question, and the option would be generally good, fair, excellent, poor. So I would start with excellent. So again, based on intelligence, Microsoft has designed it in a very smart way. It really reduces a lot of efforts on thinking about the options. So obviously, based on some historical data or based on certain data sets, okay, they have derived the probable probable options. So obviously, if the first option is excellent, I would go with good. I would add an option. I would select poor. I would add an option again. I would select fair. So these are the four options which I need to select. If I think no, good should be on the top, I need to only click on the six dots and move it up, down, okay, wherever I want. I'll just select to keep it over here. So this covers our first question. uh, Microsoft is offering you an option of selecting multiple answers. So if you think no, the topic was excellent and it was poor, it is most likely that nobody will select multiple answers for this type of question. But in certain type of questions, there would be a possibility where you may select multiple answers. So this option is available. Microsoft Forms have also given you option of making certain questions mandatory. So if you have filled a form at any point of time, you would have noticed there is a red asterisk marked at the end of the question. That simply indicates that this question is mandatory and this question needs to be filled. So yes, I would like to keep this question mandatory because this is very important uh, for the session, response. There are further options of shuffling down options. Then you have drop down, you have subtitle, and add branching. I would cover this later. So first, I would like to cover all the different options or the responses available, and then we would go to this kind of settings. Okay, so this is the first question. Yeah, I would like to add one more question. This time we will select choice, okay, and within choice we will go with maybe drop down. Yeah, so for example, considering the same question, okay, if I need to frame my question in such a way that the person did not select anything from the options available, we would give them a drop down. For example, again continuing, you have excellent, good, you have poor, and you have fair. So obviously this would be available as a drop down for the participants. So the first question had all the options, same question, but the responses are different. Hope everything is clear till now. Okay, I would like to select another option where I need to write something about the trainer, or I need to ask something from my participants about the trainer. How did you find the trainer? Okay, I can ask about the trainer, I can ask about the training session. I would preferably ask about the training session. So somebody would respond like, the training session was good, the AC was not working, there were a lot of participants, it was quite hot, it was quite cold, there was nothing to drink. I mean, there was no water, etc., etc., etc. So I mean, there would be lots of questions. So yes, so this is a short answer which the participant needs to write it over here. This can be a long answer as well. So obviously, if you click on long answer, this may be a two line answer or a three-line answer. We would like to keep it short. So yeah, and again this field is required. Let us see over here what settings do we have. Okay, adding a subtitle. Yes, I think this is a best um, best question, where we can add a subtitle. So we can write you over here as please provide your genuine comments and suggestions and comments for the session conducted. For example, AC working, chairs were short to accommodate the number of participants were more, etc., etc., etc. So this would be in italics, just to get you that feel. So this would be in italics. So moving on to the next question, there is one more option of rating. so where you can rate the trainer. So for example, I would frame my question as, how would you like to rate the trainer based on his communication skills? So again, I do not want a subtitle right now. So there are two options available here where the person rates. It can be a star, it can be a number. I personally prefer star, and I personally prefer 4 stars. Okay, there are options available from star 2 to star 10. Yeah, 10. So I personally prefer 4 stars. So this becomes very easy for the participant or the end customer to basically rate the trainer or answer to your question without taking much efforts. We would like to cover one more question over here, is of date. So date would be like, when do you want the next training session to be conducted? So for example, somebody can put the date as 1st July, 15 July, etc, etc, etc. Again, in settings, okay, you have subtitle and add branching. Add branching we would cover later. So these are the 5 questions, okay, based on the options available. First one is a choice, second one is a choice with drop down, third one is a short text available, fourth one is rating. Okay, rating can be in stars, rating can be in numbers, rating the number of stars can range from 2 stars to 10 stars. Then you have date. So these are the basic options available in Microsoft Forms. Now we would like to explore more where we would use other options. So there are further options available like ranking, like a file upload, net promoter score. So we would like to explore the first option of ranking. So just imagine if there are 3 trainers. So you want to know that which of the which of the trainer was best amongst them, or which of the trainer was, I mean, so which of the trainer was not performing. I mean, he was not a good trainer. So obviously you would like to know the ranking amongst all the 3 or 4 trainers available. So you would ask a response from your customer that how would you rank all the 3 trainers for the session. So first trainer would be Mr. ABC, second trainer would be Mr. PQR, third trainer would be Mr. XYZ. So these are all the 3 trainers who were available for the training. So to show you how this works, I would like to preview this form. So previewing this form would give you a feel of being a customer and answering all those questions. So if you see over here, if you remember our first question, we had these 4 options. If you remember our second question, we had this drop down option. So if you see over here, the person only needs to select select the options from the drop down. There is a text available over here where you can enter the text, okay, where you can rate, and obviously the color scheme changes. You can put the date, maybe 16 June or whatever date you're comfortable. So here, if you see, there is the question which we had put. So obviously there are 3 options available here. On the right hand side, okay, you will find this arrows, okay, move up, down. So obviously this arrows indicates the ranking. For example, if I feel that Mr. ABC, he was an okay trainer, he was not good, maybe I would give him rank number 3. I would move him down. So if you see over here, the rank automatic, so it automatically decides the rank. So of these three options, Mr. ABC, is ranked third. I think Mr. XYZ, he was a very knowledgeable person. He knew everything. His communication skills were best. So obviously, I would move this option up. So by doing this, Mr. XYZ is on the first rank, Mr. PQR is on the second rank, Mr. ABC is on the third rank. So these are the options available in ranking. So coming back to our questionnaire list. So now we have evaluated 6 options or 6 questions, 6 different type of questions. We would further like to evaluate like it. So just imagine the second question, the fourth question. I'm sorry, the fourth question. That here you are asking him to rate the trainer based on his communication skills. But what if I need to rate the trainer on his delivery skills, on his knowledge, on his personality, on his connect with the audience skills. So if there are multiple skills involved, and if I am not interested to increase my number of questions, so obviously I would like to use this option where I can put multiple questions in the columns itself in statement 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can give multiple responses in all my options. For example, continuing with the same question, how would you like to rate the trainer? So I would like to remove the latter part of the question where I'm rating him on the communication skills. So I would like to rate him on communication, on his knowledge of the subject, on his connect with the audience skills, his doubt solving ability skills, I'm sorry, etc, etc, etc. And if I want to give options like excellent, so obviously if you see over here again, Microsoft Forms being intelligent, they know my options, or they know my answers basically. So I would like to give 4 options. I think that is sufficient. So here if you see, instead of creating multiple questions, so going back to my fourth question, if I would have asked my customer to rate the trainer based on his communication skills and based on other skills which I have mentioned over here, obviously it would create 4 different type of questions. So I would like to play smart and ask my customer, okay, fine, this is only one question, but I'm asking you to rate the trainer based on different skills. So I think that would be a plus point for me, where I'm getting a lot of responses from my customer in a single question itself. So mentally, or I am trying to get a lot of understanding from my customer about my trainer or from my participant. I'm using the word customer uh, equal to a participant. So if I preview this, I can select communication was excellent, the knowledge of something was good, connect with audience was poor, and doubt solving ability skills was again good. So here I can select all the options, different options available. So yes, again going back, there is an option of file upload which Microsoft Forms have recently come up with this option of uploading a file. So this option is very much required for those people where it's very much required for maybe accountants or maybe finance people where they are getting certain information from their vendors, or they are getting certain information from their customers or their daters, or they are getting certain tax informations, or they are getting certain information filled. So obviously this type of question where you have an option of uploading the image. So uploading the image, like you can upload, I mean the customer or the vendor can upload an image of an tax invoice or of any kind of challan or receipt. So obviously this kind of question or this kind of option is very much beneficial to uh, those type of functional areas. So for the sake of question, I would like to just frame it. So can you upload any? So continuing with the same example where we are asking customer responses for our trainer. So we can ask them, can you upload any references of previous training sessions which you have attended? So obviously that person needs to upload the file over here. You can restrict the number of files. It can be ranging from 1 to 10. You can restrict the number of the, the size limit ranging from 10 MB to 1 GB. Okay, so this is very important where Microsoft Form is giving you an ability where your customer, where your participant is able to upload a file of 1 GB. So again, if this field is required, not required, then file type. So this is something very interesting where you can restrict your customer or your participant to restrict or upload certain amounts of file type. You can ask them, okay, fine, you can upload Word, you can upload Excel, you can upload PPT, you cannot upload PDF, okay, you can upload image, you can upload audio, or you may to restrict the file size. You can ask your customer, or you can ask your participant to not upload an audio or a video file. So obviously here you are restricting. I would like to show you the preview. So if you see over here, by clicking on upload file, and there you have file number limit 1, single file size limit as 10 MB, which we have configured, and the allowed file extension types, which it can be Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, any image file. We have restricted, we have not allowed any kinds of video, any kind of audio, any kind of PDF as of now. This is one more option of Net Promoter Score, where this is generally seen in Google Play or all kinds of apps, or whenever you are making any online payment where you would like to rate, immediately. So this is also a type of rating. So here you can select, so 0 is obviously not at all likely and 10 is extremely likely. And here you can select 8 for example. I would like to show you the preview. So where you can select 8, you can select 9. So not at 0 indicates not at all likely, and slowly when you add those numbers, you're close to extremely likely. So these are all the options available in Microsoft Forms. Uh, I hope this was useful. I would like to end this video by just showing you the preview. So for information, this kind of so this kind of information can be filled on computer as well and maybe mobile. So I would like to show you the computer view and even the mobile view. So obviously this is the mobile view. So when you're filling in the form, so obviously this is the entire interface, the user interface, the UI, and this is the computer interface. So obviously I would like to answer this question, I mean all these questions. How did you like the topic of the training session? It was excellent. How did you like the topic of the training session? It was good. How did you find the training session? It was good. The AC was not working properly. That is what I felt. How would you like the trainer based on his communication skills? It was excellent. When do you want the next training session? I would prefer 5th of August. Would you rank? Yes, I would like to rank Mr. ABC at the bottom. Mr. XYZ was exceptional. So I would like to rank Mr. XYZ as first, PQR as second, ABC as third. How would you like to rate the trainer? Okay, so his communications were excellent, knowledge subject was good, connect with audience skills was fair, doubt solving ability was pretty much poor. So this is what I have rated the trainer. I do not want to upload the file as of now since it is a asterisk question. I need to upload something, but I would not like to upload it right now. Maybe we can change the settings over here. How likely are to recommend this kind of training to your fellow teammates? Yes, I would like to surely recommend. Maybe I will give you an 8. So if you see over here, I have not filled only one question, which is an asterisk, and even if I submit, it will not allow me to submit because one question is mandatory. So here I need to upload the file. So let us upload the file. So I have created a test file on my desktop. So I'll upload this file. So if you are aware, we had allowed this extension, we had allowed Excel extension, hence it is allowing me. So once I submit, the form will be submitted. So yes, so this is the response. So coming back to Microsoft Forms, okay, which we had created. Now I want to know the number of responses. So let's do some analytics. So there were there was only one response. The average time to complete was 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which I think I took a little longer. These are the options available where I can delete all responses, I can print a summary, I can create a summary link, I can open it in Excel. So obviously this is the analytics. So currently everything is in the same color because obviously there is only one response on it. So this is the way it shows the entire response in a very analytical way. It is really helpful. So if you see the charts, if you see the bar charts, if you see all the analytics, this is really helpful. See over here, this was the upload file, okay, which I had asked my customer or my participant to upload. Now I want to view this file. I need to click on more details. I need to access this file. So the file which my customer has uploaded, it is easily visible to me over here. So that is an added advantage. So we have covered questions, we have covered responses. Open in Excel is very simple, where you get all these responses compiled in Excel. I will show you the themes. So these are different themes available. So just to get a feel of the background. So yes, this is more on the creative side and more on making the form attractive for the user, for the customer, for the participant to fill in. There are some blank backgrounds, okay, plain backgrounds. So pretty cool stuff for the background. So this is just for making your form a bit attractive. So I personally prefer a simple one. So yes, I think that's it for today. Hope you like this video and hope it is useful for you. I would like to cover certain more topics with respect to how useful Microsoft Form can be for different functions. Today it was more focused on HR or maybe somebody like sales I would like to cover more on Microsoft Form, which can be helpful for a finance person or a taxation person. So maybe my next video would be on that. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. And if you have liked this video, do hit the like button, do comment. Thanks a lot.